Today we're going to be returning to Black Ops 4 Zombies. And I'm getting all sorts of flashbacks going through all these menus. Oh, especially this menu right here. Oh gosh, all the different perks and the specialist weapons and the talismans. Did anybody actually ever use these things? Anyways, we're going to be diving into Voyage of Despair. Oh gosh, I don't even remember what like camos or attachments I have on any of my weapons. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on Voyage of Despair. Man, is it weird to say that I'm feeling oddly nostalgic right now? Oh wait, no, this game is too new for this. Then again, it has been like 5 years since this game came out, I guess. I mean, I don't know, man. For me, I feel like 5 years is a little too soon to start feeling nostalgic over something, but for some reason, I got hit with those vibes and those feelings like as soon as the map loaded up. I don't know, then again, I mean, I was at a completely different time of my life, and everything was so much different back in 2018 compared to how it is now for me, at least. I mean, heck, back in 2018, I wasn't even living like where I live now. But anyways, considering that it's spooky month, you know, I wanted to do a lot of different stuff this month. I have an entire series that I have planned that I want to do, and on top of that, I really wanted to dive back and play a lot of COD Zombies this month. Obviously, we started the month out with Vanguard Zombies, just starting out as controversial as possible, and today we're on Black Ops 4 Zombies, and I really want to keep that theme up for the rest of the month. Obviously, tomorrow it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to be doing the monthly Q&A. So if you want to be featured in that video, you can actually just leave a comment in the comments of this video, or you can go to the community tab and leave a comment on the post that I did where I said to like leave your comments there to be featured in the video. Wherever you want to do it, it doesn't matter. Another place you can drop your questions is in the Discord server. I put up a thing in the Discord like every time that I'm about to do a monthly Q&A, being like, hey, respond to this message if you want to be featured in the video. Honestly, being in the Discord server is the best way to keep up to date with like literally anything and everything that is happening with the channel and with me and just with the videos. You may be wondering why I'm staying in the starting room for so long, and that's because I always save up until I have 4,000 points, and then I buy Dying Wish, and then from there I start to like, you know, open up the map and all that. It's just, I really don't trust myself to go out and explore the map until I have Dying Wish. It's just, you know, I played a lot of Black Ops 4 Zombies, but with that being said, I never got as proficient at this game as I was at something like, say, Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2 or whatever. Like, I know my way around. I know how to build all the stuff. It's just, you know, I never got to come to grips with the mechanics on, like, a fundamental level as I did with the other Black Ops games. Just because, like, even during Black Ops 4's life cycle, like, I won't lie, I went back and played Black Ops 3 a ton, even though Black Ops 4 was, like, the new game at the time. That's not a diss against Black Ops 4, though, because anybody that knows me knows I absolutely love and adore Black Ops 4. It's just, I don't know, there's something about Black Ops 3. Like, it doesn't matter what Call of Duty is out, right? Like, I'm always going back and playing that one just because it's so good. It seems I might have made a minor miscalculation. Oh, wait, I forgot. It's Black Ops 4. I could just pull out a specialist weapon and, I mean, all my worries are gone. Black Ops 4 Zombies is, it's definitely an interesting one. I don't think it's bad by any means. There's some people that just, like, outright hate on this mode, and I don't think it's fair. You know, it was going for something different, and for what it was going for, I think it succeeded. You know, it's a lot of fun. Can I truthfully say in my heart that I would take this over something like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3? Well, no, but that's also because there's a lot of nostalgia tied to it. But also just like, you know, as much as I love Black Ops 4, you know, I feel like the argument that, you know, it's not classic zombies is fair to a certain extent, because yes, I wouldn't really necessarily take this over classic zombies like the other Black Ops Zombies games, but at the same time, I also wouldn't want to have a world where this game doesn't exist, because I do really love some of the things that they tried in this game, and I love how different it feels, because, you know, it's a really nice switch up to the formula. Again, I'm not saying I would necessarily ever take it over classic zombies, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to live in a world where Black Ops 4 Zombies didn't exist, just because I feel like the innovations that it tried to make and the fact that it tried to switch up the formula so heavily is important. Innovation is the spice of life, especially when it comes to video games, and the fact that, you know, something that is so tried and true as the classic COD Zombies formula, the fact that they were willing to switch it up and try something new, like, to this extent, and switch up so many different mechanics, like, even the basic fundamentals like perks, I feel like there's something to be said and actually, like, congratulated about that, because it's easy for these companies to stick to what's tried and true and to what they know works, but for a very big name like Call of Duty, like a AAA IP with something as big as Call of Duty Zombies, the fact that they actually took that risk, if I'm gonna be honest, that in itself honestly earns my respect. Another thing I love about Black Ops 4 Zombies is, like, I don't know if it's necessarily the graphics or if it's the art style or maybe just like a mix of the two, but there's something about it where it's not necessarily, you know, like there's something about Black Ops 3, right, where that game just looks so good. Like, it's almost indescribable to explain why it looks so good, but you just, like, you know it looks good when you look at it. And Black Ops 4 is the same way, where, like, it appeals to me in a different sense. I don't know, maybe it's because it's a little more cartoony-ish looking. It almost looks like an in-between between like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, if that even makes any sense, which ironically enough is actually quite fitting considering that this game takes place between Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2 in terms of like the lore and the canonical timeline or whatever. I also always love just how many weapons were in this game from the other games. Like there's so many weapons from Black Ops 2, from Black Ops 3. You got your cool original weapons like the MX-9 and the Maddox RFB, and then you got a bunch of Black Ops 3 weapons like the VMP and the Locust here. And since this game takes place in between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, like they don't feel out of place. I know I'm going pretty slow right now, like it's literally round 7 and we don't even have like Pack-a-Punch open, or we're not even on that side of the map yet, but you know, I'm trying to get set up. I don't want to die. I'll never forget when people were trying to solve the Easter egg to this map and then they came across the Morse code step. Oh man, that's one thing I will say, man. Some of the Easter eggs in Black Ops 4 were just convoluted, and that's putting it lightly. Jason Blundell, he was probably getting sick of everybody cracking the Easter eggs so quick in Black Ops 3. It literally, like, Zetsubo no Shima was solved before it even came out or whatever, and then, like, Revelations. You know, people got stuck. I remember that. Oh my gosh, I will never forget that. It was literally, like, a week where everybody was stuck on, like, that one step. Oh my gosh, that was actually, like, a legendary time in the community because everybody was just, the level of connection that everybody felt just searching for this Easter egg, playing, trying to figure it out, searching day in and day out. I'll never forget when everybody, like, finally figured it out. It was just, like, that sigh of relief across the entire community. It was just, like, such a huge accomplishment. But I guess Blundell still wasn't satisfied with that. He was like, a week? No, that is still not long enough. Morse code it is. And next thing you know, everybody's, like, trying to solve these Easter eggs, and it's like, dog, what's even going on? It truly was a different time, because I'll tell you, after Black Ops 4 with all the convoluted stuff that was in this game, when Black Ops Cold War came around, Activision stepped in. They were like, nah, dude, you gotta dial it back at least a little bit. Black Ops Cold War was pretty simple. I ended up figuring out most of the Easter eggs on that game, like, literally by myself. There was only, like, a couple of times where I ended up looking up some guides. And even then, it wasn't necessarily a thing of the Easter eggs being too difficult to figure out. It was just more or less a situation where I was like, you know, I couldn't be bothered to try to figure this out. I just want to get it done, so I just went ahead and looked it up. I really like what World War II did. It had, like, that perfect in-between where, like, you had the casual Easter eggs and then you had, like, the more hardcore Easter eggs. But even then, that was only on, like, a couple. I think it was only on the final Reich, and then after that, they just stuck to be doing, like, one Easter egg per map. Vanguard Zombies started to step it up again, though, because, like, Cold War Zombies was pretty easy, but then, like, once Vanguard came around and, like, Shinonuma came out and the Archon and all that, like, those Easter eggs aren't as complex as even something like in Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 or whatever, but, like, it's still a bit more complex than Cold War was. I love how anytime that you get in a tight situation in this game, you can literally just click LB and RB and, like, yeah, all your problems are gone. Cold War and Vanguard definitely found a nice in-between for that, though, because in Black Ops 4, that was a huge thing in the community. It was like, dog, if you want to be invincible, all you have to do is click LB and RB, and then you're safe for however long that your thing lasts. But now in Cold War and Vanguard, that really only happens if you have, like, say, the Ether Shroud, where you basically have, like, a zombie blood for a little bit, but, like, even then, that's not too overpowered. Is it weird to say that I love zombies maps that make you swim, like this in Zetsubo? I know it's such a bizarre gameplay feature to like, but I don't know, it's different, you know? In every video game ever, you're always running around, and typically in, like, platformers, for example, like, water levels aren't necessarily my favorite thing in the world, but I don't know. In Call of Duty Zombies, it just kind of works, you know? It's just, it's different. You swim around. It's honestly kind of peaceful. You can't forget to mention one of the most, like, controversial aspects of this game, too. Like, the fact that you need, what, like, 15k every time that you want to pack a punch, at least. You can pack a punch once, sure, but, you know, every time that you pack a punch and after that, obviously, you gain, like, more and more damage. I don't know about y'all, but, like, every time that I start to pack a punch my weapons, I usually just stay by the pack a punch until I have it max level, because it's like, why go off and run around and try to gather up points when I only need 2,500 to get to the next one, so I might as well just stay for the next bit. And then that cycle just kind of repeats until I have enough to pack a punch it all the way. And it's just like, you know, like, why did they need to do that? Like, it was fine in Black Ops 3, you know, with, like, you pack a punch once and you pack a punch it again for, like, an elemental effect. And we didn't need to change that. Again, I respect the innovation, but there was a couple of times where I was like, alright, was this one really necessary? If they're gonna do a system like that, once again, complimenting, like, Cold War and Vanguard, I feel like they did it the best. Again, like, I don't think there was anything wrong with the Black Ops 3 system, but then again, the way that it's balanced in Cold War and Vanguard, like, it works for what that game in particular is going for, so, like, it really does work there. Between the scaling of the prices and, like, the nice menus and stuff like that in, like, Cold War and Vanguard, like, it really does work there. It's just, yeah, whatever they were trying to do in Black Ops 4, it was a nice concept, it was a cool idea, but yeah, no, never again. This AR has always been my favorite in Black Ops 4, I don't know why, there's something about it between shooting it, reloading it, just using it, like, I don't know, the Maddox RFB is just, it's so good, I love it. Can we just take a moment to appreciate just how cool of a concept that this was for a zombies map? Like, the Titanic, Call of Duty Zombies just always goes all out. Like, when you take a moment to really step back and think about what the maps are that you're actually playing, like, Alcatraz in Mob of the Dead, the battlefields of World War I in Origins, and the Titanic in Voyage of Despair. Like, it's so cool, man. I know I'm in a tight situation, gotta grab the gun, and then, oh, wait, that's right, yeah, I just gotta click LB and RB, and all the tension is gone. You know, I don't gotta worry about anything. And just like that, round 13 is over. No struggle. Just gonna pack-a-punch my weapon again, just because, you know, I've got to pack-a-punch it like 5 different times. But hey, the one thing I will say is that once you repack it, obviously the first time you get the, like the pack-a-punch elemental effect, but it also like switches up your camo sometimes too, which that's pretty cool. Like this new camo we got right here, like this red and blue. It's like, oh man, it looks really clean. I'm in a bit of a pickle though, because my weapon isn't even like my specialist weapon. It's still charging up, and there's a lot of and there's a Blightfather. I'll say this much, like when it comes to Blightfathers, when your specialist weapon is ready, they're not a big deal, but if your specialist weapon is not ready, may God be with you. They just have so much HP, like if it's not their damage that kills you, which normally it's not even that, it's probably just gonna be you running out of ammo and then running yourself into a corner and dying because you're trying to like get to a wall buy or buy more. Like, look at this, man, my weapon is literally like, yeah, I pack-a-punched him multiple times and it takes so long to get him down. The wonder weapons on this map are actually really cool too. I feel like a lot of people forget this, but this map also had like that Origins type thing where there was like 4 different variants of the wonder weapon that you could get. Like, that was so cool. There was actually a lot of maps in Black Ops 4 that did that formula. Voyage of Despair did it. 9 didn't do it because that just had like the one Wonderwolf type weapon. But then like Ancient Evil had it with like the different like hand wonder weapon things. And Alpha Omega also did it with like the different ray gun variants that you could get there, which was honestly really cool. Like having different variants of the ray gun Mark II. Conquer Toten kind of sort of did it. Not really. It had like the 2 different variants of the Thunder Gun, and then there was also like the Wonderwolf, and then you could still get like the ray gun and all that there. So I mean, there was technically 4 wonder weapons, kind of, more or less 3, just because it was mainly just the 2 thunder guns and then the Wonderwolf. I don't know, I thought that was kind of odd. Like, why not just add like another wonder weapon at that point? Like maybe another variant of the Wonderwolf. Like, they had the original thunder gun and then the Tundra gun, and then they had like the sniper variant of the Wonderwolf. I feel like to round it out to make it 4 wonder weapons, they probably could have just put in like a normal variant of the Wonderwolf, since the only one that they had in that map was like that sniper-ish variant. I don't know what camo this is called that I have on my Cordite, but dude, this looks like something out of Infinite Warfare. This honestly looks so cool. But with that being said, it's around 15. I've been recording for a little bit. I think this is where we're gonna wrap things up. Now I'd definitely love to hear from you guys. What are your guys' thoughts on Black Ops 4 Zombies? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Whatever it is, whatever you're thinking, I'd definitely love to hear from you guys. Anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the Patreons and channel members. Thank you to all of you in the low baller tier, new bigger shout out, thank you to all of you in the big baller tier, Mellow Asking, and Big Daddy Matty, and the biggest shout out, thank you to all of you in the G tier, Ron Avengers, and Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.